Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and welcome back to Dawn of the Zeds, the battle for Farmingdale. Okay, so until now it's not too bad actually. We have some casualties here and zombies are coming from the highway and also here through the suburbs. The mountain is quite safe, I think, and we have some time in the forest, I guess. Okay, so let's draw the next card. That says Suburbs Night Assault. We don't have any refugee movement, and I think this is bad in this situation. We don't have an outbreak, we don't have to consume supplies. The Zeds move in the suburbs actually twice. And this is bad, because they now enter this space here. And the civilians are already pretty weakened. So the Zeds have a strength of 4, civilians have a strength of 1. So in this case we take here the triple line and let me see, do we get any bonuses? Yeah, we defend the university, so we can shift this thing one to the left to the double line here, and we have to roll. But we're gonna die, that's for sure. Even if we roll the best possible result, these civilians are doomed to die. Oops. Well, that's a 5. I think this is not too bad. That is 1, 2. So the zombies take 1 damage, the civilians 2. And because they can only take 1 more hit, they are now killed. Well, basically they are not really killed, but they go in the hospital on the reduced strength. Civilians are never really completely killed. The refugees, on the other hand, are. They're here in the university and they couldn't make it fast enough away from the zombies, so they are now killed and they don't have any chance to re-enter the game. Furthermore goes the infection level up because of this fight, and because the refugees were killed, the infection level goes up twice. Here we can see that here, +2 for each refugee unit eliminated by Zeds. And then the Zeds take another hit. So there are now 2 dead Zeds, and we can place another chaos marker here at the university. Not good. And then they move on. That's their second movement here. So they are now coming close to the second village, Beauville. Oh, and here we have in suburb spaces this turn, a Z unit's hand-to-hand combat attacks raise the infection level by 2 instead 1, and there are no combat terrain shifts. Oh, I see. So in this case, gotta check this again, but there is actually no difference. The civilians would have died anyway, and the Zeds take 1 damage. But we have to raise here the infection level by 1 additional space. Okay. Oh, it's not looking good. And we only have 2 actions. My God. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build barricades here, I think, these villages, and they will use 2 supplies and then build a barricade here in Beauville. And well, let me see, what else can I do? I could move. No, I cannot do that. The point is, I cannot move with Captain Piazza here to Ingeborg because you cannot stack player units. So there is no more than 1 player unit allowed on the same space except for the town center. That doesn't count for refugees. Refugees don't count as player units, but as friendly units. I'm talking about civilians and heroes. Okay, so what can I do now? I think I'll do another research step here. So simply roll 2 dice, and that is a success. Fine. Okay. So these were my 2 actions, and we come now to the next turn, and it's not looking very good. Well, that looks good. National Guard helicopter strike. We don't have any refugee movement, there is no outbreak. We don't consume any supplies because we don't have that many units at full strength. Zeds move here in the forest. And we have 4 actions, and it says at the beginning of the action phase, target any space with a Zeds unit and roll a die. 1 is missed, 2 or 3 apply 1 hit, 4, 5, 6 apply 2 hits. So that is not bad. We could try to attack here, the Zeds on the highway track. Or maybe it's even better to, yeah, I think I will attack the Zeds here. Yeah, I think I will try that. I attack the Zeds in the suburbs. Take some revenge for the last turn. So let's hope we can do something now. Yeah, it's a 6. Awesome. Perfect. 2 hits. So now the first hits will flip. The first hits will flip that. And the second one is another dead zombie. And now they only have a strength of 2. And I'm here also at a strength of 2, but with barricades. So I think I have a pretty good chance to survive the next attack in the suburbs. Okay, and then I can take 4 actions, and that is good. Okay, I think what I want to do is I will build barricades here at St. Thomas. That costs me 2 supplies. Then I will roll again for research success, and I need a 4, 5 or 6 to be successful here, and that's a 4, so yeah, I did that. So I got now 2 actions left, and well, I'm thinking, let me see. So I think I will forage here. So actually this civilian unit here with the 2 strength will do a forage action in the town center, and because there is Major Hernandez, I can add 1 to the forage action die rolls. So Okay, I need at least a 3 to be successful here. Let's see what we got. That's a 5, so it's a 6 actually. And I can now choose between a supply or 1 ammo. And in this case I take the ammo. So I got 1 action left now. I'm not sure what to do. Thinking about shooting with the captain here, these guys. I could also move with them, maybe that's a better idea. Okay, I think I'll take these civilians, these 3 civilians, they're pretty strong. And I can move them, well, let me see how much. 2 spaces. I move them here along the highway track, and if they are killed, maybe I can build barricades at the nuclear power plant, and yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, so these were my actions. Next turn. Oh, come on, hell's dinner bells. So we got a refugee movement of 1. And there are actually no refugees moving. Oh yes, there are here. So they move now here. Okay. No outbreak. We have to consume supplies because we have more than 1 unit at full strength. So this goes down now. The Zeds are moving in the mountains, so they are trying to attack now here. And there is at the beginning of the Zeds phase, all Zeds units in or adjacent to a village or town space unoccupied by a player unit are flipped to their full strength side if reduced. Okay, this is not the case here because we all have player units there. Yeah, so nothing happens here. Okay. And then we have to do a fight here. Let's see, we are actually pretty strong. We have the barricades here. Let me see, that's a 4. Then we have the barricades and the civilian leader. Okay, so they attack and they have less than I have. And then there is a shift of the barricades, which brings them twice left, and there would be another one, but that's all. So as long as they don't roll a 10, they simply lose, and well, let's hope for the best here. That's a 6, that's very good. So in this case they take 4 damage and I take no damage, and that is really great, but the infection level goes up because that was a hand-to-hand combat. And they are killed now. They go back in the cup. And that's it. But actually we are attacked now. So I gotta check this. If only successful attacks release the villagers or also unsuccessful attacks. Okay, actually the villagers here stay in their home because they're only released if the zombies control the village, which is not the case. Okay, and then I have 3 actions, and I think I'm gonna go on here researching in the laboratory. So let's see, we need this time we have actually to pay a supply because this first phase here where you don't have to pay any supply cost is over now. So from here on we have to pay 1 supply if we want to do a research action. And we need a 5 or 6. So let's see. And that was a miss. Okay. Okay, and then these civilians will forage the city for supplies, probably, because of Major Hernandez. He's got the keys to the city. Let's see. And that's a 6 once again. And, well, it's tempting to take the ammo, but we also need supplies. Because I want to go on and do another research action here, so I need a 5 or 6, come on. Oops, that was a miss. Oh, damn it. Okay, so yeah, that was basically a wasted turn. And then let's draw the next card, and that says Stocked Barn Discovered. We have again a refugee movement of 1, but this time no refugees are activated. We have an outbreak. This is bad. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so the first thing we do is we have to decrease the outbreak marker by 5. So it's now at 2. And then what? Where are we? Here. Second, make a fate draw to determine where the outbreak occurs. What? Perform this event. Okay. So let's see. At the highway. And it says sturdy vehicles commandeered. Hold this card. Play during the action phase to add up to 3 spaces to the movement of any non-Pickles player unit one time. Okay, could be useful. Okay. And third, draw a Zeds unit from the Zeds cup and place it with its full strength side showing on the faded track's chaos space that is closest to town center. Okay, there's no chaos space. Place the new Zeds unit on any village space on the track. If the resulting space already has 2 Zeds, blah blah blah. That space is occupied by a player unit and immediate hand-to-hand combat ensures. Okay, great. This is bad. Okay, so what happens now is we have an outbreak here in Ingberg, and that is a bad thing because they are already pretty much weakened, and we have 6 zombies there. Okay, great. So they're also dead, that's for sure. We have a hand-to-hand combat there, and the attacker has more than triple the strength of the defender, so we roll here on this column. But there is actually a shift to the left because we defend a village. That's a 5, so that is not so bad after all. The attacker takes 1 damage and we die. Okay, so in addition now we have a infection rate goes up again because we had a hand-to-hand combat. Attacker takes 1 damage. And that's it. Okay, so the next thing is we don't have to consume any supplies. The Zeds move here in the mountains, but there are no Zeds, which is good. And we have 4 actions available. And it says if a friendly unit ends the action phase in the farm space, roll 1 die and increase your supply points by that amount. So that is pretty awesome. We should try to do this. So it might be a good idea to move Major Hernandez to the farm space. So that was the first action, and then we can roll a die, but we can do this at the end of the action phase, I think. Okay, and the next thing is we have to, well, let me see, thinking about shooting. Yeah, Captain Piazza will shoot at these Zeds here. So the ammo is now at 0, and he will take a long shot over 2 spaces, or she, I'm sorry for that. She's got a gunfire value of 4. So this is basically this green colored column. And that is great. That's a 10. Awesome. This means 3 damage to the Zeds. So they are reduced to 3. And there is 1 dead Zed remaining here. That is really cool. Okay. So that was my second action. And I got 2 actions left now. Yeah. And I think Major Hernandez, he will forage the farm for supplies. So he rolls a die, and that's a 4, and that gives 1 supply. So that goes up now. And actually I'm thinking now, that was the 3rd action. Okay, with my last action now, I will build up some barricades here at the nuclear power plant. Captain Piazza is going to do that. To keep these Zeds out of town. Okay, now it's the end of the action phase, and now there is a unit in the farm space, so I can roll a die and increase my supply points. Let's hope here for the best. And that's a 5. This is perfect. Very lucky here. Awesome. Okay, great. And then we come to the next turn. And that says there's no way out. We have a refugee movement of 1. So we can move these guys here. We have an outbreak at 6+. There's only a 3, so no outbreak. Don't have to consume supplies. Zeds at the highway and the suburbs. And it says units attacking terrain spaces this turn receive 1 shift, and if you lose, do not retreat. Instead take 1 additional hit and then perform a second Zeds attack there. This is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, so we have this problem. We have that problem here. Oh man. and here. Yeah. Okay, so let's start up here. This is not exactly good. So basically they have a greater attack value than I have, a greater strength than I have. But then we have this shift here, which would bring them here because there are barricades. But then on the other hand, because there is no way out, it goes back here. So we have to use the middle column. This is not good. Let's see. That is a 7. So the attacker loses, which is good, and each one loses 2. Each one takes 2 hits. That is not so good, because that will bring me down to 2. And the zombies have to retreat. And they take 2 damage. Here we go. And then we have an attack here. They have 2. The others have also 2. So that would be normally the same. Then we have a shift here, but another shift here because of that special card. So let's see. That's awesome. That's a 2. That is just absolutely great. They completely die. Very, very lucky here. So this zombie marker goes away. They did a great job in defending. But we had 2 fights, so the infection level goes up twice. Is that so? Wait a minute. That is not true. That is not true. There is actually no attack up here. I don't know why I did that. It's the highway and the suburbs, not the forest and the suburbs. So basically there is nothing happening up here, which is good for me. Weird. Okay, but we have movement here at the highway. So they move here and they move here. And of course there is a chaos marker in Ingberg. I forgot that too. Okay, so we got to place a chaos marker here. Fine. Okay, so now it should be okay. Yeah, there's nothing going on up there. Okay, so what I will do is now I will move with Deputy Schmidt here to the mine, and I restore order there. If I come with a hero on a chaos marker, this chaos marker goes away because I restore order, but the infection level goes up again. And then, what else can I do now? I will try to get some ammo here. I will forage the mine. So, let's see. That's a 4. That gives me 1 ammo. That is not so bad. And then I will try to do another research here. So I will spend more supplies, and I roll, and I need a 5 or 6. Come on. Oh, come on. What the heck? Unbelievable. Damn it. Okay. Next turn. A hero arrives. Well, that sounds great. No refugee movement, no outbreak. I gotta count with the supplies. How many completely fit units do we have? We have 1, we have 2, 3, 4. Well, we have actually 5 fit units, so we have to consume supplies. The Zeds move in the highway and the forest. So now we have a fighting action here, and they move here. And this time we have an attack here at the forest. So let's do the forest first. And this time it's they attack and they have this greater than value, but because we defend in barricades it goes 2 down, so it's the less than column. Let's hope we roll really bad. That's an 8. Well, that is not so bad. Each one loses 2. And the zombies have to retreat. So they go back here. Not really good. I got a flip and we're here 2 dead Zeds. Okay. And then we have an attack here. And Captain Piazza, she is actually defending there. And let me see. I could use the booby traps. When a Zeds unit enters this hero space, you may roll a die on a 4, 5 or 6. The trap is sprung and that Zeds unit suffers 1 hit and this hero retreats. Evasion. Well, the problem is if I do this, I would lose the power plant, so I don't want to do that actually. The infection level goes 2 spaces up, and they have the same strength as I have, but because we are fighting in barricades, this goes down here on this very low level. So let's hope we don't roll an 8 or higher. That's a 5, that is perfect. So they take 3 damage and that kills them. Very good. Awesome. Fine. And now we have 4 actions. Okay, so my first action will actually be to bring Major Hernandez back to the town center. So he's now here. And now I can move Captain Piazza, and she can now move through the town center where the traffic control is done by Major Hernandez. So that doesn't cost any movement points to move through there, and I will use these vehicles. They give me 3 more movement points. So now I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And I end up here in the farm. And that was the second action actually. So I'm here now, got 4 actions. And then I will move with the civilians here to the power plant. And my last action is I will shoot at these zombies here at the forest. And wow, I got this fighting value of 4. So let's hope for a good roll here. That's a 5. That is not exactly what I wanted. That's 1 hit. Well, that's not too bad because it's enough to flip them. And they now only have a strength of 2. Which is good. Okay. Fine. So I think it's now time to load this up. And well, it's hard to say. I mean, there is still a really long way to go. And yeah. But on the other hand, the zombie units on the board, basically only this one and that one, They're all pretty weak. The villages here, the nuclear power plant has a barricade, and also here. So there shouldn't be such a big problem actually. I think in general I'm doing fine. I was a little unlucky with my research actions here. So my main problem is I need some more ammo, but this is a problem that you have basically in every game. But here I got Deputy Schmidt in the mine. He can search for ammo, and I gotta be a little more lucky with my research actions. I think that's it. So hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye. By the way, I forgot that one. At the beginning of your action phase, place one available hero unit in the town center space. That is pretty awesome. I'll see which one that might be. Okay, I'm not absolutely sure if this is the best idea, but I think Doc Seaver will enter the game. Science, this hero may be assigned to the hospital or the laboratory. Medical receives 2 dice when conducting a healing action. First aid, as an action, this hero can remove a casualties marker from an adjacent civilians unit. And purging, when performing a restoring order, this hero may reduce the infection level by 2 at a cost of 1 supply or ammo point to do so. So that could be a good idea, although I'm not absolutely sure. And he will start at the town center. Okay, so there he is. Okay, here we go. That's Doc Seaver. And, well, I can only say welcome to Farmingdale. Enjoy your stay. Yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Let's see how he's doing. And until then, bye.